Shivashankar. Let us discuss about Bloom's taxonomy of educational objectives today. First of all, let us know what is an objective. So, what are all expected out of the learner to be performed by the teacher or by curriculum experts or by education administrators is what educational objective. So, in this context, up to this 1948, there was no any proper clarification or classification about the educational objectives that are expected from the learners. During this 1948 American Psychologists Association's informal meeting, some people have took the initiative that this particular educational objective should be classified in a systematic manner, and it was just accepted thematically. So during this particular period, that is 1948 to 1956, Benjamin S. Bloom and his associates were curious to just develop a system of classifying these particular objectives. These objectives have got about some three domains, namely cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. Let us just know about these components. This cognitive, affective, psychomotor are the three domains present in Bloom's taxonomy of educational objectives. Cognitive is just thinking, affective is just feeling, and psychomotor is willing to do. So in these three domains, they have just classified this cognitive, affective, and psychomotor domain. In this thinking process, they have given that there are about some 6 components. The cognitive domain has got about some 6 components. They have been hierarchically arranged from the lowest complexity to the higher complexity of the skills that are expected out of the learner. This particular 6 can be like this. So knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation are the 6 components identified by Benjamin S. Bloom along with his associates. Knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. How can we just keep in our mind? Here we are having a mnemonic just to remember these particular components in this particular order. That is, killing cat's appearance always seems evil. This is the mnemonic through which we can just remember the hierarchical order of these 6 components. K stands for knowledge, C stands for comprehension, APP stands for application, and AL stands for analysis. S stands for synthesis, and E will evaluation. So this one, killing cat's appearance, that is the tiger is belonging to the cat family. We are considering that the tiger's appearance always seems evil, because thereby you can easily remember the hierarchical order of these particular components in cognitive domain. Knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. Now let us just have some more light over what all these components are meaning for everyone. Knowledge in the sense, whatever the learner is just going to do is just simple recall, or how he is just going to remember the information that was his learning, right? So in this context, this knowledge is one where this particular learner is in a position to recall or recognize. That means he may be just recalling a definition, or he may be just recalling an incident, or he may be just recalling about the trend and sequence presented. So in all these content, the emphasis is on just remembering and recalling. Whereas in comprehension, the emphasis is on translation, or otherwise they have to give a meaningful explanation and they have to describe or something like that. So in this context, knowledge is one, just remembering or recalling, whereas this particular comprehension has got 3 components, namely translation, interpretation, and extrapolation. Translation has also got 3 components, namely translation from one abstract to another abstract, translation from one symbolic form to another symbolic form, and translation from one verbal to another verbal formulation. So in this context, this abstract as well as symbolic forms a lower level of translation whereas verbal form is in need of language, which is a higher level of translation. Then comes interpretation. Interpretation is what being inferred by the learners from a given set of information or given set of data. That is what interpretation. But extrapolation is one based on the data, based on the information derived from the data. If the information is going to be applied for the unknown population, what we call it as extrapolation. So first, in knowledge, the emphasis is on just remembering or recalling. Whereas in this case of comprehension, the emphasis is more on translating, inferring something, and applying this particular information to other set of data is what we call it as comprehension. Then comes the third component, that is application. In application, the emphasis is more on how the piece of information is going to be applied by the learner in a given familiar or unfamiliar situation. Whereas in comprehension, the emphasis is on how they are just going to bear upon the information. Whereas in this application, the emphasis is more on how the individuals are going to utilize this particular information in a given familiar or unfamiliar situation. Then comes this fourth category, that is analysis. In analysis, how this particular piece of information are just going to be made into smaller components and how their relation are going to be make a meaningful link with it. So analysis is one where the components are just made into small pieces and their interrelationship are identified. Then comes synthesis. Synthesis is bit, there is some controversy always that whether synthesis is the highest level or evaluation is the highest level. So synthesis is one where the components are put in to make a meaningful new concept, that's what we call it as synthesis. Then evaluation is just having an idea or judgment about whether they are right or wrong with a piece of understanding or like. So in this context, the new set of people, that is the disciple of Bloom, have suggested that this particular synthesis should be the sixth component or the highest level of in this cognitive domain, and evaluation should be a fifth one. So whatever so, in cognitive domain, the more emphasis is being given to the thinking process, and they are just categories like this: knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. Now let us move on to affective domain, right? Affective domain has also got about some 5 components, namely receiving, responding, valuing, organizing, and characterizing. Domain that deals with the inner interest, attitude, and values of the learners. This affective domain is hard to be classified as it is involving more of covert activities of the learner. But during this tenure, one among the important associate of Benjamin S. Bloom, Krathwohl, was in a position to just make a right hierarchy in this affective domain during this 1964. In 1956, almost the cognitive domain was classified or arranged. Then during this 1964, they could be able to make a meaningful arrangement with the affective domain. It starts with receiving, responding, valuing, organizing, and characterizing. Receiving is how the individuals are just going to receive the stimuli. Once the piece of information is going to be received by the learners, how they are just going to feel for that particular piece of information is the main aspect of this particular affective domain. So in this context, receiving has got about some 3 components: awareness, willingness, and select attention. In awareness, the learners are just made aware of the piece of information. Then the learner themselves may develop some willingness toward that piece of information, and they may go about with their own interest with selected attention. Then comes responding. How the individuals are going to respond for the piece of information is what the matter in this particular category, in which also we are having about some 3 subcomponents, namely acquiescence, willingness, and satisfaction. Acquiescence is just a mere responding to the call made by the teacher or the expert. Then willingness, the candidates are just going to work with some emotional attachment. Then this satisfaction is out of inner urge for their own satisfaction they are going to respond to the stimuli given by the piece of information. So receiving and responding. Then comes valuing, how the individuals are going to just value this particular piece of information in their particular system of value, how they are just going to prefer a value, how they are going to select a value, and how they are going to organize the value in the value system. All this matter in this valuing. Then comes organizing. In the generalized set, how they are just going to give importance to this particular value and how they are just going to make it as their character. See, for example, in a family where they are not having any belief in God, probably the kid in that particular family may also have that such intention. So in this context, this valuing is just going to result that how the individual are going to organize that and how it is going to become their character in the later part. So this is all about affective domain. Then comes psychomotor domain. Psychomotor domain was categorized by Dave during this 1972. This psychomotor domain has got about some clear demarcation about that what all the activities may be out of the learning. Right? Many of our interest is to give more emphasis to psychomotor domain, where also we are having about some 5 components. Earlier it was considered to be 6, now it has been reduced to 5. In this context also we are having imitation, manipulation, precision, articulation, and naturalization. In psychomotor domain, imitation is the lowest level of expectation. So in this case, the individuals are expected to just see and do whatever expected out of them, for which they must have the impulse to do that. Then they may be doing some overt repetition of what is already available. That is imitation. Then comes manipulation. In manipulation, the individuals are expected to select few things and set their own norms, and they have to make something out of their own interest as per their need. That is for manipulation. For example, we may just find something that others are doing. Even in cookery also, some people may have their own recipe which we would like to change as per our need. That is what manipulation. That is applicable in almost all cases. That is manipulation. Then comes precision. In precision, this particular sequence and harmony is maintained. The individuals are expected to do the things with sequence and harmony, with more repetition, with better precision. Then comes articulation. Articulation is a kind of mechanization where everything is expected to deliver, and naturalization becomes all these activities as a natural activity with multitasking. So everyone is expected to deliver in that category. So the cognitive domain, affective domain, and psychomotor domain are in few sectors they are just overlapping and making a polite zone, but it is the better system of categorizing the objectives that we are expecting out of the learners to be performed. So this is a piece of information I'd like to share. You just refer some more material and just have your own learning. All the best. Take care. Bye.